Alright guys, it's that time. So just to confirm for y'all, we have 100% all pickups. Now I mentioned a while back that there was one pickup that didn't count for our collection, and that was the Phazon suit that we got a couple episodes ago. For whatever reason that one doesn't count, so it would be 101 if that one did. And my guess of about 8 hours turned out to be pretty accurate. So let's finish it up. Are y'all excited? I'm kind of excited. Kind of sad too. So, time to head back to the impact crater. Haven't been there in a long time. Last time we were there, we were still in the regular power suit, didn't have the Varia, didn't have the space jump, didn't have much of anything really. For some reason these guys don't care about my plasma beam too much. Oh well. So we're back here. This is actually one of my favorite places in the game. Like I showed last time, we have all of the artifacts. So let's put them in, shall we? Everything lights up. Totem comes alive. Uh-oh. You didn't forget about Ridley, did you? 'Cause he certainly didn't forget about us. So he destroys the totem in the center, which had a teleporter essentially to the impact crater. Let's scan him up. Meta Ridley, genetically enhanced Ridley metaform, reborn and evolved through pirate technology. Is a fearsome enforcer. Its armored hide is extremely resilient, save for the chest, which has a thinner plating. Pirates have fused a number of potent weapons to the creature, including a multi-missile system, a kinetic breath weapon, which is what he just used on us, a Mason bomb launcher, and an ultra-thermal flame strike projector. He's a formidable melee combatant. Basically, he is tough. He is one of the hardest enemies in the game to face. So he's got a missile launcher like that. Shoot him in the chest with the plasma beam, it does damage. And it's actually going to be more powerful to use super missiles. Yeah, it actually really does about the same. So he's going to go fly around. He's going to come and do some bombing runs on us. And over the course of the fight, he will wreck this chamber. Dropping some bombs, which can be hard to avoid sometimes. Let's back up. As you see, he starts destroying the pillars. They're mostly gone now. This one's little pieces left. There's 2 stages to this fight. We are almost to stage 2. Like a football. See, he's pretty accurate with that breath laser. You can also shoot him in the mouth, in addition to the chest, which will come into play in a minute. Should be entering stage 2 very soon. As you can see, he hasn't really done too much damage to me. This is really all he's got right now. The Phazon suit is so tough that, you know, my defense is just great. I wonder if I can scan this. Because I don't know where this force field came from. It appears to be space pirate based. There we go. Okay, so now his wings are going to burn off. This is going to turn into an entirely ground fight. Now he's going to charge. This is where the fight gets dangerous. Because he's got a charge attack, which breaks our lock on him. When he does that spin, he hits us with his tail. But when he rears up like that, he opens his mouth, and you can shoot him in the mouth and stun him to get a lock on his chest, which can be tricky to do. There we go. As you see. Oops, wrong button. So, Flamethrower did nothing, apparently. So you can see that charge hit is very powerful. But this is about all he's got left in him. And as you can see also, sometimes your charge shot just doesn't really hit. So it can be better just to spam regular tactics. So. There we go. This is about all there is. It'd be nice if there were some more mechanics to it. But he can be dangerous your first time. Or if, you know, I could ever hit him. Oh, jeez. Getting unlucky shots here. I'm just gonna do it. Wow, I'm not even hitting his mouth. Okay, so we're gonna switch beams. Don't get a new scan on him. See, I'm not even getting hits on him. That's strange. We're going to. It's really strange, actually. Game's being a little glitchy. Oh, we're gonna do it. Just wait for that. See if you get close, he swipes at you. There we go. Couple more hits, and now he took some major damage. Okay, that's gonna do it. Nope, one more. He may actually be resistant to taking... No, never mind, he can. Get out of the way, Samus. As you can see, he can corner you pretty easily. So yeah, if you're not careful with this fight, he can wreck you pretty good on this part. There we go, we're done. Bye. So that's Ridley. Now the temple's gonna come alive. Finish them all. Would have been nice if they'd done that earlier. Now, oddly enough, he did not die there. He landed and blew up, but oh well. So now we get some good Chozo ghosts that come alive for each of the artifacts and recreate the portal for us. Getting a lot of audio bugs this part. Okay, so this does not have a scan, but this will take us down into the impact crater, which we're going to go to. So yeah, Ridley shows up later in Metroid Prime 3, and it's supposed to be the same Ridley that we just fought. So, you know, somehow even through exploding, he didn't die. Oh well. The Ridley that you see in Metroid, this game, and the Metroid Prime 3 and Super Metroid are all supposed to be the same Ridley, which has some inconsistencies, but oh well. So, welcome to the impact crater. Got a save point right off, thankfully. So, anything to scan in here? No. Place is cold. Some odd, you know, bone-looking protrusions on the walls here. Some odd red pustules. It's all very sort of organic looking down here, which is intentional. So, these guys are a new scan. Lumigex. They basically function like the parasites or those talon crabs, but they're down here in the crater. They're phazon reptiles. Though they're actually powerful because they are full of phazon. So it's good to destroy them. Get them out of the way. Pick up some missiles. So this, limited data available, highly radioactive, mutagenic qualities at least 86% greater than phazon, unshielded bioforms below index level P will suffer fatality within moments. So this is concentrated red phazon, whereas my new suit makes me immune to blue phazon. This stuff will still hurt. As you see, it doesn't hurt that much. It actually hurts us a bit less than, say, lava. But this stuff is the concentrated super phazon, essentially. And it's all through this place. So more of these bone-like protrusions that kind of look like teeth. The music here is odd. There's a sound that keeps recurring that sounds kind of like the swooping sound that Metroids make. And we're going to see some in a little bit. So here's the central chamber. The phazon core. Remember this room. We'll be talking about this when I talk about Metroid Prime 3, which I will. This is not a regular Metroid. This is a fission Metroid. It can split into two forms. It's basically mutated by phazon. Basically, they split into two forms, with each form has a different color based on one of your beams, and they're only vulnerable to that beam. they will spawn infinitely in this room. So I'll show you, first of all, I can get them off this way, like normal. I take them out. I think I can freeze them still. No, see, they're resistant to my ice beam. See, as you see, they split off and makes a little yellow one, so he can only be killed by super missile, or by the plasma beam. And the other one turned purple. So I can destroy this one with super missile. I can destroy this one, well, either by letting it hit the door, or with the wave beam. So these guys are tougher than regular Metroids. You can't just freeze them and pop them. The easiest way to beat them is to let them latch onto you and drop a super missile, because that will take them right out. So as you can see, this place is covered in red phazon. It's got all kinds of stuff going on. I'll talk about it at the end of Metroid Prime 2. I'll talk about this a little bit more. There's some stuff from Metroid Prime 3 that I could spoil right now for you if I wanted to, but I kind of want to go through Metroid Prime 2 before I do that. I'm just going to kill this guy. So, if I dump Power Bomb, kills him right off. So there is a long path around this room. These little platforms. I feel like this would have been a good opportunity for invisible platforms, but they're not for whatever reason. So, up here is a kind of fish tank looking thing with some critters in there, and let's get this guy. They're not really fish, they look kind of like amoebas or plasmoids or something. So here, as I said, this was the other missile station. This is the final missile station in the game. One of 3. Oddly enough, it's got a big, you know, phazon core. I'm not sure why it's here. I'm not sure how it got here, this or the save station. Yeah, just a chance to recharge for the final boss. Come over here. Yeah, hi. We can pretty much drop all of our super missiles and wait till this guy gets closer. Take them both out. Oh, didn't take that one out. Okay. We're not going to need our super missiles for anything, so it's okay to just pop them. So you can see this is a big room. And here. Okay, we're safe now. Now these are spider ball tracks, but as you can see, they're kind of corrupted, and they don't look like actual mechanical tracks. They look like some corrupted organic thing that, for whatever reason, we can crawl on. A lot more teeth all over the place. This whole thing kind of looks like a big mouth. So, behind this door is Metroid Prime. Y'all remember from some pirate scans that the space pirates, basically when they were mining this area, they found this creature that seemed, it was like a Metroid, but it was considerably more evolved, and they basically pacified it for a little while, but it broke out and absorbed a bunch of phazon and absorbed a bunch of their weapon systems, and it has, if you're expecting a Metroid looking thing, you're going to be surprised because it has an exoskeleton, but, you know. Let's check my creatures just to see. There should only be 2 left. And if they're not, if I've got one more than that, I'm going to be really disappointed. There's 1. There's 2. That's it. Yep, there's only 2 left. We have everything, because they're both beyond here. And you're saying, oh, Kalarkus, what do you mean 2? There's only 1 boss, right? Well, yeah. Is that so? So this creepy looking thing with the giant face. Say hello to Metroid Prime. So this is a Phazon infusion chamber. So before we go chasing after it, let's just make note of the fact that this crater, a meteor crashed here, yeah? But here in the center there's this kind of room. It's like a chamber. And they found Metroid Prime here with the remains of the meteor, and the meteor also brought Phazon. So the meteor clearly was carrying the Phazon, and perhaps Metroid Prime as well. So, we'll touch on that some other time. Just remember it for now. So if we head down here, we land. Here's the fight. Let's do a scan. Metroid Prime, highly evolved Phazon-producing lifeform. The aberration known as Metroid Prime is the source of Phazon. Okay, ignore that. That's something they said in this game. It basically gets retconned later. It's not true. It is a source of Phazon. It can produce Phazon, but it is not the source of Phazon. So yeah, ignore that little line. Genetic flaw makes it susceptible to certain weapons. Only its head is truly vulnerable. It's a number of natural and mechanical weapons. Ultra-frigid breath, multi-missile, snare beams, particle wave projectors. It's lethal melee. Okay, so it's yellow right now, so we need to hit it with super missiles. Now, as you see, it's got a grapple beam it's using on me, which didn't really do much. So I can shoot it in the eyes. Anywhere else I hit it, my beams will reflect off. So when it does that, it's going to charge me. Watch out. Now it's this color. Now I can wave, and I can... This boss is a good opportunity to use the different missile combos. Just gonna break down. He'll do this a couple times throughout the fight, or rather she, because it is a she. She'll keep breaking down into chambers. First thing she's gonna do is charge me, I believe. No. So now she's on ice, but she'll start switching them out quickly. So I can ice missile her, which will freeze her for just a second, deal a bunch of damage. So now she's gonna charge to the other side of the room. If I do that, that attack will hurt a lot. Now it's gonna be random as she changes her beam types. First she's gonna shoot out these little things, which are not a scan. You should shoot them with the beam type she is currently aligned to, because they will hurt. So she has two types of beams. That's just her regular, destroy you beam, and then she's got a tractor beam that'll pull you in, essentially. Okay. She's gonna randomly change which alignment she is, and she'll start changing more and more rapidly as the fight goes on. She should go down, yeah. And Samus auto chases her. All these chambers kind of look alike. I don't really get the point of going further and further down. So now she's on plasma. See, she tries to pull us in, and then she's going to swipe at us. We can flamethrower her in the face. You want to kill these things because they will come and punch you. Her plasma beam hurts a lot, as you see. We're about halfway done. As you see, my ice missile reflected right off because I didn't get a good hit. There we go. That's a cool shot. She can freeze you like that. Some of the beams are hard to hit her with. The wave is probably the easiest. There we go. Okay. So this is the fight, essentially. Just rinse, repeat this. Though, she will start changing her attunement very quickly. In just a little bit. There we go. And I don't have to worry about preserving missiles. I'm not going to need them after this fight. So when she's doing this tractor beam, it's a really good time to hit her with your combo. Ah. Really hard to tag her. Okay. Now, for this phase, she'll start changing the attunement very rapidly. But this is the final chamber. If we look at our map, you can see we've gone down a number of different chambers here. So between 1, 2, 3, 4. You can see this one has a hole on the right side there. Okay, we're getting really lucky, actually. She's not changing her attunements as often as she usually does. Sometimes she'll switch them rapid fire. No, and she just... Where's my gun? Okay, lost my gun for a second there. That was odd. Never had that happen. Oh. Yeah, so she'll freeze you and then charge you like that. She's really being really nice with her attunements today. Now, lock onto these guys. Oof. There we go. Yeah, that's more like it. As you can see, she can kind of hit you with her back leg there. Okay, so we get one more good hit on her. She's probably going to change attunements. Nope, we're done. That's the fight. Or... is it? Because that should be end of game, yeah? Wow, for some reason my game keeps glitching out about my gun there. That should be it, right? That's the boss, huh? But what's this? Say hello to the true form of Metroid Prime. Now it looks much more like a Metroid. New creature, Metroid Prime. The core essence of Metroid Prime. The Phazon energy form of Metroid Prime is invulnerable to all conventional weapons. Only attacks from a Phazon-fused arm cannon will damage it. It generates pools of Phazon when it attacks. Use these to fuel your suit's Phazon weapon system. The entity can also spawn Metroids to assist in battle, which it will do. And it can render itself invisible when it does so. So, there's 100% of all logbook scans. Image gallery 2. So we're done with all scans. So, if I actually go and look at my arm cannon, I've got something here called the Phazon Beam. Phazon Beam appears to trigger in the presence of high concentrations of Phazon. So this is the only time in the game where you can do this. Basically, right now, she is immune to everything that I have got. Shockwaves, which, you know, give me energy, which is really nice right now. I can't hit her with anything. I can't track her with that visor. I can't track her with that visor. None of my shots will hurt her. But sometimes she'll spawn some Metroids and go either into thermal mode, she'll like this. So she'll drop a pool of Phazon and go invisible. If I go in this pool, my gun turns into the plasma beam. I get hyper mode. If I go into not X-ray, I can shoot her with it. So that's the only way to damage her. She's currently, I can only see her in X-ray at the moment. You kind of get a cool shot of her insides. So I gotta wait for her to do that again before I can hurt her again. Just have to dodge her shots. So she'll do it again, and she'll change the mode that she's in, I think. So now I can see her in thermal. Okay, there's that pool used up. What shockwaves? This is the essence of this fight as well. You just have to rinse, repeat that until she's gone. Dodge the shockwaves. She'll start spawning Metroids later, which I can pop with the super missiles. Just gotta wait for her to make pools. There we go. So now she might made a couple Metroids. So I'm gonna go over here, pop them like so. Now she's back in regular. And you get a cool shot of what the Phazon Beam looks like. So she's only really got one phase left in her. Which is good because I'm getting low on health. You can see her ruined exoskeleton over there, which you can't scan. I feel like she could have had some more attacks. Next time she should spawn some... Oh, there's some Hunter Metroids, yeah. So let's just destroy that. X-ray... Where is she? There she is. Ow. Okay, so one more round. That'll be it. Go. Yeah, so now she's spawned some fission Metroids, which I'm gonna pop with. What am I running? Super missiles or super bombs. There she is. So that's it. Now she becomes this weird core thing. Uh-oh. And she just pulled my Phazon suit out. Okay. So we're back in gravity. And now it's time to run. Get a really cool escape shot. Now, because I got all scans, Samus is going to pull her helmet off for us. Or because I got all pickups, rather. In this game, she kind of looks like a Barbie doll. I prefer her appearance in Metroid Prime 2 better. So that's the game, guys. Thanks for sticking with me. I do have Metroid Prime 2 working. It's not running quite as smoothly as I would like, so I'm going to tune it a little bit, but I will be going through that for y'all. I will be continuing the lore theme. I'm going to scan everything and talk about everything. That game has a bit more of an expanded scan and lore system, so there'll be more to scan, more to talk about, more to see. It's a bit of a longer game. I don't know if I will do that right away after this, or if I'm going to play something else in between. There's a couple other things I'd like to play for y'all. But, like I said, after this video I'm going to have an extras video where I'll go through and I'll show you all of the concept art that we unlocked, and I'll kind of recap the lore and the story and everything. But, for now, I'm going to put the mic down. I'll let you all enjoy the credits and the hidden scene after the credits. So, thanks guys. So, 100% complete, 8 hours 22 minutes. That gives us access to hard mode, which, like I said before, basically it either doubles the health of every enemy or it halves the strength of all your weapons. I'm more inclined to think that it does the latter because of that room where we got the wave buster, where it takes double shots in hard mode basically to destroy those wall sections, so that would be more indicative of us having half power. So it makes the game a little harder, but you know, it's not too much special. So Well, what was that? Well, if you want to find out, you'll have to tune in later for Metroid Prime 2. Thanks, guys. See you then.